Hola, welcome to Ida's Kitchen. Bienvenidos. My name is Ida Lugo McAllister, and I am going to demonstrate how to prepare rice with Vienna sausage, arroz con salchichas, using an Instant Pot pressure cooker. Please read the Instant Pot user manual in its entirety before operating your pressure cooker. For this recipe, you will need 2 cans of Vienna sausages. I normally drain the liquid from the cans due to its high salt content. However, if you decide to use the liquid, then make sure that the liquid from the cans and the water for the rice measure 1.5 cups. Food history. A butcher from Frankfurt, Germany moved to Vienna, Austria, where he introduced the long, thin wiener made with beef and pork. The Vienna sausages were brought to the United States by the European immigrants in 1903. Another important ingredient is the long grain white rice. Rinsing the rice is an individual preference. However, when using the Instant Pot pressure cooker, I would highly recommend to always rinse the rice. We can now start preparing this recipe. Let's rinse and drain 1.5 cups of long grain white rice with cold water using a fine mesh strainer. At first the water will be cloudy because you are basically removing the surface starch. When the water runs clear, the rice has been rinsed. The next step is to open 2 cans of Vienna sausages, each can 4.6 ounces. I am going to drain the liquid with a strainer. These sausages have been produced with no casing since the 1950s. We can now remove the sausages from the cans. You can either keep the sausages whole or cut them in halves. I prefer to cut them in halves. The Vienna sausages were introduced to Puerto Rico in 1898. Before we begin to saute some of the ingredients, you will need 2 special ingredients, sofrito and seasoning envelope made with coriander and annatto. Sofrito is our parade condiments that is usually prepared in large batches. Here is a recipe on how to prepare sofrito for a single meal and another recipe on how to create your own special blend of seasonings for those individuals that are not familiar with our condiments and unable to purchase these ingredients at a local Latin market. These are the chopped ingredients to make sofrito for a single meal. 1 garlic clove, 1 tablespoon of onion, 2 tablespoons of green pepper, 2 small or medium-sized culantro leaves, or you can substitute with 3 sprigs of cilantro, 1 tablespoon of ají dulce, sweet pepper, or you can substitute with cubanelle pepper. The seasoning envelope with coriander and annatto is a special blend of different seasonings, herbs, and spices. Its main purpose is to add color and flavor to our tropical cuisine. This is the Goya brand, but you purchase the brand of your preference. You can also create your own blend of seasonings by mixing the following ingredients into a bowl. 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of light salt, 1/8 teaspoon of ground cumin, and 4 teaspoons of paprika or 4 teaspoons of ground annatto seeds. When a recipe calls for 1 seasoning envelope, add 1.5 teaspoons of the mixed ingredients to your dish. Turn on the Instant Pot, and we are going to first saute some of the ingredients. So let's select the saute program and press the saute button twice to change the temperature to less. The less mode is for simmering your ingredients. I also want to simmer the ingredients for 8 minutes. So let's press the minus button to change the time to 8 minutes. This status icon indicates that the unit is heating. Hot means that the saute temperature has been reached. We can now add the ingredients to the inner pot. Let's start by adding the following ingredients. 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. 1 teaspoon of light salt or to taste. 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce. 3 sprigs of chopped cilantro. 2 minced garlic cloves. 2 cans of Vienna sausages cut in halves. 1 tablespoon of sofrito made with culantro. And 1 seasoning envelope with coriander and annatto. Stir all the ingredients until well blended. And saute for 8 minutes, stirring occasionally. You can definitely smell the sofrito. I am going to stir the ingredients one more time. We just completed sauteing our ingredients for 8 minutes. Let's press the cancel button to stop the sauteing process. We can now pour 1.5 cups of water, 1/2 cup of corn, and 1.5 cups of long grain white rice. Stir rice well into liquid. Close the lid into lock position. Turn steam release handle to sealing position. Let's turn the power on by pressing the cancel button and select the pressure cook manual program. We want to cook the rice at high pressure, which is automatically selected. However, let's set the cooking time for 4 minutes by pressing the minus button to decrease the time. The rice is finished cooking. The cooker will switch to the keep warm mode function, counting up. We need to count up for 10 minutes to obtain the 10-minute natural release process. After 10 minutes of naturally releasing the pressure, press the cancel button. Next step is to release the remaining pressure. The float valve is still in the up position. It's flushed with the surface. Let's turn the steam release handle to the vent position for a quick release. When the pressure is completely released from the unit, the float valve drops down. We can now remove the lid from the pressure cooker. Let's check our rice. The rice is done and tender. Look how beautiful. We normally serve our rice with stewed beans if you so desire. Let's taste the arroz con salchichas. The rice is tender and moist. The sausages provide so much flavor to this rice dish along with our tropical condiments. I prepared this dish using 1.5 cups of long grain white rice. You can, however, use 2 cups of rice. If you do decide to use 2 cups of rice, make sure that the liquid measures 2 cups. I hope you have enjoyed watching my YouTube video on how to prepare rice with Vienna sausage, arroz con salchichas. Thank you for watching my YouTube cooking video. Please share, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you would like a copy of my cookbook, visit my website, idaskitchenboricua.com, and click on the cookbook tab. My cookbook is a bilingual Puerto Rican cookbook, and it contains 42 authentic Puerto Rican recipes that I learned how to cook while living in Puerto Rico. This side is the English version. If you flip the book over, the other side is the Spanish version. Again, thank you for watching my YouTube cooking video.